Hey everyone, this is Felicia with The Book is Done. How are y'all? How's everyone doing? It's been forever since I've been on here, so it seems, but it's probably been since last week. Again, forgive my attire. I'm getting ready to go to bed. I don't know why I do these like when I'm getting ready to go to bed, but I think that's when my house is settled and I can do it. So, book that I finished, The Nothing Man, Catherine Ryan Howard. um Very first one that I have read of hers, and it was very very interesting. When they were saying that it was like a book inside of a book, that's literally what it was. um and it wasn't a bad thing. So basically what this book is that The Nothing Man, and it just basically says that 12 years ago, a little girl watched this man murder her family, and she's going to find him. Period. So the main character's name, and as of right now, spoilers. So again, if you're interested, The Nothing Man, Catherine Ryan Howard. You can get it at all major outlets, but I got mine from Amazon for a really good deal. So the main character's name is, I had a moment, Eve. Her name is Eve, and it was her family was her mom, her dad, and her younger sister. I think she was the oldest by like 5 years. And so, um, one night, she went to go use the restroom, and pretty much came out the restroom to find her family murdered. And so, this serial killer, he was the last to attack on like 5 different attacks. They weren't all murders, but he was a serial person who did bad things. Like the first attack, he physically attacked her. The second one, I think he physically attacked her. The second one was a physical and sexual assault. And I will tell you now, there are some triggers as it pertains to sexual assault. And some forgive me, I can't even get my words together. Some physical assault. So please be on the lookout for that. And I'm just not thinking about it. I don't know if that's like a running theme with thrillers or not. But it feels like almost every book that I've done a review on is some kind of assault. So I apologize about that. But in all things, they connected all of the attacks and made it like a serial person who's doing all of this bad stuff. So the girl Eve grows up, and she's like 30. And after her family was murdered, I think it was her dad's mother, Nanny, who took her in and whisked her away. Like, this is a book where the setting is in a different country. Like, I'm in the United States, but like this book, I want to say the setting is in like Ireland. And you can tell like with different words how they're spelled, the different use of certain words in the capacity, I guess, which is normal for the particular country of setting. I don't know. It took me a minute to kind of get accustomed and acclimated to the verbiage and how it was spelled and spoken in the manner that it was. So, the Eve, she becomes an author, and basically her goal is to find the Nothing Man and kill him. Not really kill him, but just bring him to justice. Pretty much ask the questions like, why did you do this? Why did you do that? And so the Nothing Man, aka Jim, his name is Jim Dole, and I should say that reverse. So Jim Dole, aka the Nothing Man, he works in a local supermarket. They live in like, I want to say like the same area. So he's kind of like a creepy type. He gives off creepy guy type vibes. Like he'll stalk you, but he has like anger issues, if you will, or like people aren't taking him seriously. So he gets upset about that, and people don't find him to be like authoritative and stuff. It's very weird. So like he in the grocery store, he notices someone with this book called The Nothing Man, and he looks at it, he glances at it, and he reads the cover, and it's like legit like the cover of this book, saying how it was a family that was murdered and she intends to find the killer. So it piqued his interest a little bit. So long story short, he is reading a book, and she, like Eve, went through, like, she tried to meet with all of the different victims of the assaults, the various assaults, and she does, except for like maybe one of them, because she had taken her life just because of the effect that it had on her. um and so that was very, very sad. Another trigger, which is, suicide. Serious note, if you or anyone that you know of is thinking of harming themselves or anybody else, please go get help. There's a national hotline, it's 988. Please be sure to dial that. You could be anonymous, whatever the case may be, but seriously, go get some help. Okay, end of the sidebar. So, with this particular one, like, she goes and interviews, and she like retraces the steps of what the Nothing Man did. How did it all happen and things of that nature. So at the end of it all, she pretty much lures him in to be like the last victim. Like, he's in somewhat retirement, if you will, because like I said, the last victims were her family, which was 12 years prior. So very, very interesting book. I do not believe that this is the first book of Catherine Ryan Howard, but for me, it was the first book that I read of hers. I would give it like a solid 4 stars out of 5. Um, it wasn't like literally, I'll lie to you not, until like the last 20 pages where it was just like, oh snap. So, and it could be that I was just exhausted as well, because like maybe the last 50 pages, I was actually starting to doze a little bit. But like this bed, I'm tired. This book was with me everywhere I went. If I went to the grocery store, if I went to go run errands, when I fell asleep, when I woke up in the morning, it was on the bed right next to me. So it was really cool. It was a good book. Would I reread it again? Probably not, but I will read another one of her works. I just don't know if I'm ready to do that soon yet. So yeah, it's pretty cool. The book is pretty cool, so make sure you check it out. I've been trying to scale back on buying books because I have so many books in my to be read file pile. Bookcase, it's legit bookcase. It's like double layers, like some books in the back, some books in the front, of books that I haven't even read. And I bought 2 today. Um, did not mean to, but I mean, when it's a sale, it's a sale. So you gotta go with the sale. And it was a good sale. It was like on clearance. One was on clearance for like $7.59 at Target, and the other one was like $6.99 in the grocery store. So I was like, heck yeah. So the one that I got for $6.99, the other one is on the bookcase. This right here, The Running Man, this book legit came out 41 years ago. It's older than me. And Stephen King has been writing books for a very, very long time, but it seemed very interesting to me. Yeah, it came out in 1982. And so it gives me the vibe of, oh gosh, I forgot the movie, I think it's Saving Isaiah. I can't remember what it was. It was a Denzel Washington movie here in the States where, this house, his son had like, he needed heart surgery, like open heart surgery, and I think their insurance wouldn't cover it. And so like he pretty much held the hospital on like hostage, like the doctor, nurses. It's been so long. That movie came out like 30 years ago, I believe. And so this particular book, The Running Man, there is a father who is pretty much desperate. He doesn't have a job. He doesn't have any money, and his daughter, his baby is like 18 months old, and she's really sick. She has the flu, like running 104 fever, things of that nature. So of course, in him not having a job, he doesn't have any insurance and no money, so he's not able to care for her. And so there's this game show that it pays, like, if you survive it, it pays like $1 billion with a B, um if you last on the show for a certain amount of time. And I think it's like, let me see, I think it's like 30 days. But like no one has ever made it past 8 days. So it's pretty good. Like, I'm not much into it right there. So I think this is like 40, I'm like 40 pages in. If I keep going the way that I'm going tonight, let's see, I'm trying to be in the bed at a decent hour. I'll probably be halfway through this book tonight. It's just really interesting, because I forgot the name of the TV show that's on Netflix, where it's like these people are on this game show that they can't get off, but like they get killed, like for real, if they try to leave, or if they get ejected from the game or something, they die like in real life. I can't remember it. Y'all probably know it. I don't watch TV like that. I read and I work. So that's it. So, in all things, The Nothing Man, Catherine Ryan Howard, go check it out. Stephen King, The Running Man, go check it out. I'm excited about it. It's gonna be good times. I love to read. I'm reading it. I think it's another book called The House in the Pines that I love, love, love. I literally, legit have like 4 books that's on my bed, like laying next to me, like sitting next to me, because I have to have options. But in all things, happy reading. Thank you for checking me out. I will see you next time. The book is done. What's next?